something major is unfolding in North America, and almost no one is talking about it. While all eyes are on Washington, D.C., a quiet shift is taking place just north of the border. From tech to defense, some of America's closest allies, Japan, Italy, France, even South Korea, are strengthening ties not with the US but with Canada. They're investing billions, launching research hubs and rethinking military partnerships. Not because Canada is flashy, but because it's stable, predictable, and focused on the long game. In this video, we'll break down what's really happening. Why are key global players suddenly looking to Canada? What does it mean for US leadership and for the future of global power? Let's take a closer look. Let's start with one of the hottest frontiers in global tech, quantum computing. In 2025, Canada hosted the first ever G7 Quantum Summit in Montreal, drawing attention from Japan, Germany, France, and others. It wasn't just a photo op. Canada committed over 52 million Canadian dollars to support more than 100 quantum research projects. And it's paying off. Japanese universities are partnering with Canadian labs on robotics and quantum encryption. European researchers are expanding AI and clean tech programs in Canadian institutions, drawn by transparent regulations and fair intellectual property rules. In a world where tech is tied to power, Canada is carving out a niche. Not the loudest player, but the most trusted one. But it's not just about bits and bytes. It's also about missiles, radars, and Arctic defense. Canada is dramatically increasing its military spending, pledging billions to modernize NORAD alongside the US and Finland. But that's only part of the story. In June 2025, Canada signed a formal defense pact with the European Union, opening the door to joint procurement, shared intelligence, and collaborative Arctic security missions. What's driving this? Allies have grown nervous about over-reliance on US military hardware. With the F-35 program facing political uncertainty, Canada is reviewing its contract and openly exploring European fighter jets, submarines, and surveillance platforms. In NATO circles, Canada is now seen as a quiet, dependable bridge between American might and European independence. Even outside of defense, global investment patterns are shifting north. Take Italy. In 2025, it expanded green textile research hubs in Quebec, citing Canada's strong labor protections, climate policy, and clean energy incentives. South Korea and the Netherlands. They're ramping up semiconductor-related projects in Ontario and British Columbia. Canada now ranks among the top destinations for foreign direct investment, not because it's the cheapest, but because it's stable. In a world rocked by tariffs, political gridlock, and uncertainty, boring is starting to look very attractive. And then there's the Arctic, warming faster than anywhere else and becoming a new front line in global strategy. Canada is expanding its role as the Arctic's gatekeeper. It's working with Finland, Norway, and the US to modernize early warning systems and icebreaker fleets. These aren't flashy moves, but they're strategic. The Arctic holds untapped energy, shipping routes, and enormous geopolitical weight, and allies want a partner who can protect it without escalating tensions. That's Canada. So, is this an international snub of the United States? Not exactly. Most of these allies still cooperate closely with Washington, but many are hedging their bets, building parallel partnerships in case American policy becomes, let's say, unpredictable. This isn't about replacing the US, it's about building resilience. Canada isn't the new boss, but it's becoming a key strategic fallback. When your main partner gets volatile, you don't walk away, you just make sure you've got options. So what's really happening here? Canada is stepping up, not with dramatic speeches or superpower ambitions, but with transparency, reliability, and quiet competence. Quantum researchers, defense planners, investors, they're noticing. In a world where uncertainty is the new normal, Canada's long game is paying off. The question now is, will this quiet rise continue, or will the next crisis thrust Canada fully into the global spotlight? Let us know what you think in the comments. Do you trust Canada to take on a bigger global role? And if you're from one of these allied nations, would you choose Canada over the US as your next strategic partner? Thanks for watching. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if you found it insightful.